Good morning, students. Today we are going to do part 5 of the chapter My Body, and the topic will be super senses in animals. So, before we come to the topic, let's know the learning outcomes. So, you'll be able to name the various sense organs in different categories of animal kingdom. That is, you will be able to tell the sense organs in insects, in water animals, in birds, reptiles and mammals. Then secondly, you will be able to label the sense organs in a specific animal, explain the certain kind of behavior you see in animals, and then give examples of animals that either hunt by ultrasonic or they can listen to infrasonic sounds. And also we'll try to explain you the terms ultrasonic and infrasonic. So let's get started. In our last lecture, we have understood that humans have got 5 sense organs, right? And we can see, hear, taste, smell and feel the surfaces with these sense organs. And animals also use their sense organs to survive in their habitats. So it means कि animals भी हैं जो है वो भी यूज करते हैं अपने सेंस ऑर्गन्स ताकि अपने हैबिटेट में, अपने होम में वो जिंदा रह सके और उनको हमेशा फूड मिलता रहे. Animals sense do not always work like humans. जैसे हमारी सेंस ऑर्गन्स है, जरूरी नहीं है कि एनिमल्स की भी सेम टाइप ऑफ सेंस ऑर्गन्स हो, उनकी थोड़ी सी डिफरेंट भी होती है. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद सुपर सेंसेस इन इंसेक्ट्स. You must have seen such type of insects in or around your home. So these are few of the insects you see, and the insects like cockroaches, housefly, butterfly and grasshopper, ants, mantis, they have got feelers on their body. Look here, these antenna like things which come out from their head. In the butterfly, in the ant, all the insects have feelers on their body. And what do these feelers do? See, for the cockroaches, these feelers help them to recognize the food, and also they move their feelers in all directions to check out enemy and to search the food. So cockroaches, they just move the feelers here and there and check out whether there is some food or not, and whether somebody is there who is going to kill me or eat me only as food, right? So these are the feelers which work for cockroaches. And now let's know how do these feelers work for ants. You must have seen ants moving in a row like this, right? Do you know why they move like this? So they move because actually they recognize the smell of the food from very far. Okay? And then they also recognize the smell of their own colony of friends. And then when they are moving in a straight line, they leave their smell on the ground. And when the two ants meet each other head to head, only then they recognize that yes, this ant is a part of my group or not, right? And so when one ant finds the food, other ants make a line behind it and they follow the food, and then they work in group to pick up that food. So coming to the point that ants have got feelers on their head to find out the food. Similarly, silkworms and mosquito also have feelers on their head, right? Now the male silkworm can find the female silkworm from many kilometers away from its smell only. These feelers in the silk moth help it to find its female partner. Similarly, the mosquito can also find us by the smell of our body. It moves its feelers here and there and tries to find out the smell of our body or the smell of our feet or it tries to find out the heat of our body and then tries to suck the blood out of our body and make us infected. And also insects like houseflies and butterflies, they taste with legs. You know why do they taste with legs? You see, they have got feelers, right? Feelers are there that they are checking out the surroundings with their feelers. But butterfly and housefly, they have got legs also, and they taste with their legs. You know why? It is because they want to ensure that the object on which they are sitting, is it poisonous or not? Now butterfly has to lay eggs and housefly also has to lay eggs, right? So whether this flower or this food is good enough for me to lay the eggs. So that is why these two insects, they taste with their legs. Similarly, you must have heard this type of sound of cricket. Listen carefully. And the insects like house cricket, they can hear through their legs. Okay, they have got, like, they don't have ears on their heads like we humans have, but they have their ears near their knees, and then they are able to hear it from there. So now you know how different types of insects have got feelers and how they work for them. And now let's move to the sense organs in water animals. These are few of the water animals you know. Now let's know one by one. You know that fish can feel the waves produced in water by the other living animals. Fish, they swim in the water, and when it swims in the water has got waves. Look at the picture. The water is having waves in it. When some other animal tries to move in the same water with them, then again the fishes can feel the waves of which are produced by the other animal. The other animal that can come near can be either in the form of prey, like it is going to hunt those fish, or it can be enemy. Okay? So fish can feel the waves pressure. Pressure means ऊपर से पानी का कितना pressure है, कितना दबाव है, ठीक है, and vibrations, कि किसी और फिश के आने से कितनी पानी में vibrations आई. अगर बड़ी फिश आई, अगर हमारी फिश छोटी है और उसके पास से कोई बड़ी फिश जाएगी, तो पानी में जोर जोर से वेव्स आएंगी, उसमें उतना ज्यादा वाइब्रेशन होगा. तो जितना ज्यादा वाइब्रेशन होगा, हर फिश अपनी लेटरल लाइन से फील करती है. द लाइन विच रन्स थ्रू इट्स बॉडी इन द सेंटर, दिस लाइन इज कॉल्ड एज लेटरल लाइन. और सारी फिश जो व्हाट है, वो इसी लाइन से वेव्स, प्रेशर और वाइब्रेशंस इन द वाटर फील करती हैं. नाउ you must be thinking, where is this lateral line? So lateral line is a line of very small pores or holes that sense the water movements and vibrations. The line which runs in the middle of the body, just like you have your backbone, same ways the line which runs in the middle of the body, this line is called as lateral line. And also our dolphin tries to find out its food, or checks out whether some other small fish is there or not by the method called as echolocation. We'll do it ahead, but till now this is the thing you have to learn, that dolphin makes the clicking sounds in the water which travel through the water. We'll learn it ahead, right? So now let's come to the super senses in birds. Now birds have got all the 5 type of senses, right? They have got eyes, ears, and they can feel this, they can come to know the smell, they hear, and they are also able to taste the things. Okay, now birds also make different sounds to inform the other birds about food, danger, or they call out for setting out or rest. So bird जो है, हर bird different type की sound निकालता है और दूसरे अपने group के दूसरे birds को बताता है कि right here is the food, somebody is going to attack me, or like now it is the time to take rest. So the bird chirps and then it tells the other birds about the same. Birds also fly in groups and make interesting patterns. You must have seen birds making a pattern like V when they fly in the evening to go back to their home. So birds fly in groups to back to their home. Now birds have eyes on the either side of their face. On both the sides of their face they have their eyes. So by now we have learned that birds have eyes. Okay, birds can speak, and some birds like eagles and vulture have got super sight. Whatever humans can see from 2 meter only, and eagles and vulture can see it from 8 meters above only. And that is also the reason why eagles are able to hunt the fish so quickly. They see it far from away from above, and then they attack the fish, target the fish and attack it and pick it up. Now coming to the ears of the birds. Their ears are funnel shaped to focus the sound. You can see a tiny hole here, right? This tiny hole is actually the ear of the bird. This ear is usually hidden in the feathers so that nobody is able to see this ear, and right below the eyes, these are the eyes, right below the eyes and near the beak this ear is there. But in case of birds this ear is hidden in their feathers. But if you see eagle like bald eagle, then these ears are quite visible. Okay, so now birds have got eyes, ears, and they talk. Okay. Now some birds are extremely sensitive and they have got touch receptors in their beak. You know, you have done this in class 4 about different types of beaks, right? Now birds have got touch receptors. They can touch the food with their beak and find out whether this food is good for me, is it poisonous or not, right? So their beak tells them that the food is good or not. Also, birds use their beaks for preening, right? Preening is setting of feathers. You have done this in class 4. So birds use their beaks for preening also. Birds do not have a good sense of taste, right? They can taste any type of food, and it can be sweet, sour, bitter flavor. They just eat whatever they feel like tasty, and they eat it. And the sensitivity of different taste varies by species. Some type of birds can love to eat berries, others love to eat fruits. So different birds have different tastes, right? But most birds use their other senses like sight and hearing most prominently to locate the best foods. Now coming to super senses in reptiles. First of all, these are the examples of reptiles. Animals like snake, chameleon, crocodile, skink, turtle, lizard, gecko, tortoise. These are the major examples of reptiles. And now let's know them one by one. Firstly, snake. Some reptiles like snakes have long tongue. You can see tongue which helps them to feel and smell. Now a snake, it doesn't have a nose. So it takes out its tongue. This tongue is able to feel and smell. The snake senses the availability of food Food मतलब prey, किसका शिकार करना है, through its tongue only. So it just moves its tongue. You remember I told you about insects, that insects have got feelers. Similarly, snakes have got its tongue, which it moves here and there to find out that whether somebody, some animal, small, big or small, is coming near it. Okay? So then it senses, it smells from its tongue. If it sees this type of animal is small and I can eat it, then it rushes to catch its food. Okay, so the snake smells through its tongue, and snakes do not have ears. Remember this, snakes do not have ears. They feel different kinds of vibrations on the earth through the skin. जो स्नेक है उसको कोई इन अदर एनिमल जो उनके पास आ रहा है, अगर वो बड़ा है साइज में, तो पैर भी जोर से रखेगा, राइट? तो when it is going to hit the land loudly, the snake feels a loud vibration in the body. If it is a small animal, it is like a mouse, then it will move, it will make very small noise with its movement. Even then the snake can make out that this small noise is of the mouse. When the snake is able to detect its prey, okay, now I am hungry and this animal is going to be there as my food, then the snake attacks silently and take that animal as the food without eating. The snake just swallows its food. Now the snake's eyes do not move inside their head. It does not have a skeleton like us on in which the eyes are fit. Okay? And snakes, they do not have eyelids like us. Okay? And they have got their special holes in the top of their mouth to tell them what they are smelling. In the top of their mouth, they, I just told you that they have got a tongue inside their mouth, and that tongue tells them that what is the taste, who is going to be there, and then these taste buds in the mouth, they tell them that what they are smelling. Now coming to the other reptile, that is lizard. You must have seen this colorful type of lizard called as chameleon. You know, chameleon changes its color according to the surroundings. And chameleons have a long tongue, just like snake, which they rapidly extend from their mouth, too fast for the human eyes to see properly. So these lizards, they take out the tongue from their mouth, catch the insect and put that insect back in the mouth very quickly, right? And chameleons, they change their color, but you must have seen some house lizards, their skin, this tail is cut. Okay, some lizards can detach their tail if they are caught by the predators or somebody who is attacking them. Then the lizard, they just drop their tail, कहीं वो catch ना हो जाए, पकड़ी ना जाए, so they drop their tail. This tail can regrow on its own. दोबारा से उग जाती है, ठीक? So now we'll do very interesting super senses in mammals. First of all, let's know what are mammals. Mammals are the living beings that give birth to their young ones. जिनके babies पैदा होते हैं, so those animals are called mammals. All the mammals have hair on their body. They give milk to the young ones, and they have got a backbone. And their breathing system and digestive system are different. And all the mammals have got sense organs. आपको याद आ रहा है? और you human beings have got the same qualities. So human beings are also mammals, and these animals are also mammals. So let's do them one by one. First we'll start with dogs. Animals like dogs have highly developed sense of smell. Okay, you know that dogs can smell a thief or a person or somebody in the family by the smell only. And also dogs mark out their area, and if they see some other dog is coming in that area, then the dogs start to bark. So the dogs can smell some other dog is coming, or some person or the odd person is coming in the territory by the smell of the person. Dogs have got a very sharp sense of smell. Some types of dogs, like sniffer dogs, are used to locate bombs and drugs in the public places or in the luggage of the people, and these dogs sniff, and then they are able to trace the thief from its smell. Now let's do one more mammal, that is bear. So the bear senses are very important. A bear has got a great sense of smell, sight and hearing. If we say कि dog's sense is say 7 times better than human beings, then the bear has got better smell of 2100 times than humans. इतनी ज़्यादा सेंस स्ट्रॉन्ग सेंसेस हैं इसकी bear की, right? Now let's know more about this mammal, bear. A bear can smell food or cubs or a female bear or some danger from miles away. Bears have terrific eyesight, and they use their hearing power to notice or track down the smaller animals which it can use as food. Also remember, bears are omnivorous animals. They can eat fish, they can meat, and they can also eat honey or any plant item. Now let's do another mammal, that is bat. Okay, bats use their ears to see. ऐसा हो सकता है कि अपने कानों को यूज करें सी अपने देखने के लिए? नो, सी बैट्स आर नॉट ब्लाइंड, उनकी आईज होती हैं, बट देखने का मीनिंग हुआ कि बैट्स हैव a special power to hear high pitched sounds. Okay, you have to learn this word, high pitched sound. And due to this power, this special power in the bats can detect their prey easily even in the dark or in the night. रात को भी जब किसी को कुछ नहीं दिखता तो bats can attack their prey even if they see a mouse or a house fly or a mosquito or a rat. Even the bat can attack that animal and eat it as its food. Bache, you now coming to the major word, this ability to hear the high pitched sound is called ultrasonic. Now I'll explain you more. What is ultrasonic and infrasonic? See, if we are humans, look here, if we are humans, we can hear the sound band from 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. Okay, what is hertz you will learn in the higher classes, but till now you just have to know this. All the sounds which are between 20 to 20,000 hertz, humans can hear only this much sounds. And sounds which are below this, elephants can hear such type of sounds. Sounds which are over 20,000, only bats and some other animals can hear these sounds. Okay, so this bat can hear this sound which is above 20,000, and how it attacks its enemy, I'll tell you in just a slide ahead. So these ultra sounds are mostly heard by you can say elephants, right? By the sorry bats, and then these ultrasounds are also used to detect the what is inside the body, and it is also used in the sonars. Okay, that the ship sends a sonar signal down in the sea, and it is able to track if any other ship or any missile which is coming near it, so that can be detected by the sonars. And infrasound, which is a low frequency sound, I told you it is heard by the elephants. Okay, Now the earthquakes are also a form of infrasound, and only elephants, they are able to hear those sounds. I was telling you about ultrasound bats can hear. See, a bat makes, and this, follow this yellow line. Okay, a bat makes this noise, right? Ultrasound, and it keeps on making this sound from its mouth, right? And when this sound, it falls on some insect like a mosquito. Now the mosquito, from the mosquito, this sound gets reflected back. It comes back to bat, and which is shown in the red, which is shown in red in color. Now the bat can calculate how much distance this insect is from it, and then even if the bat cannot see, this sound helps the bat to catch its prey. Okay. Similarly, I told you that the sonars are used by the submarines, and similarly the submarine sends out a signal like this. It sends out a signal, follow the yellow pattern, and then this signal touches the ground, it comes back, and then the people who, or the scientists in the submarine, they are able to know that the land is near, or some other submarine is near, or some missile is there. This type of tracking the other person is called as ultrasonic. Dolphins also use the same method to find out that some other animal is nearby or not. Okay, so now you know there are two animals, bats and dolphins, which use echolocation or ultrasonics to know the location of other person around them, other insect or animal around them. So with this, we are over with the chapter My Body, and we have done all the 5 parts, and now let's revise today's lesson. Point number 1, insects have feelers on their body to smell, taste, and water animals have a lateral line on their body to feel the vibrations of other animals, and birds have got super sense of sight, feeling, smell, and hearing. Reptiles feel the prey or enemy by the vibrations on the ground, and mammals like dog, bear, tiger, lion have got a great sense of smell. Bats, cats, dogs, dolphin, they hunt by ultrasonic. Elephants, rhino, whales, pigeon can hear infrasonic sounds. And with this, now we end our chapter. And if you have any other inquiry, you want to ask more about these, so when we'll have our doubt sessions, then you can ask it from your teacher. So till then, goodbye. Keep learning and enjoy your science chapters.